Hey friends of the twins, y'all, welcome back to the channel. Well, I have a haul for y'all today. It sounds kind of strange me saying that because here we are early May and this is my first decor haul of the new year. Y'all think about it. I have not been sharing any new decor with you because I haven't been buying anything. I've been focusing on my DIYs, and if you saw my new wallpaper video in the entryway, the wallpaper was kind of expensive, so I've been saving my coins for wallpaper and wood. I did the accent wall in the guest bedroom, so I hadn't really been picking up anything for the house. I have plenty. I didn't really need anything, but you sometimes get that itch and you just want something. So yeah, I guess I kind of scratched that itch today. And so I'm going to be sharing with you all a decor haul. And I apologize if I sound a little nasally or a little throaty. I haven't been feeling well and I'm trying my best, y'all. I feel like I'm coming down with a cold. Shonda and I do have asthma, but this doesn't really feel like my asthma. Typically, my asthma is triggered by a cold. So with this coming on, it might trigger my asthma. I did hear a little wheezing last night, but your girl is working on herself. And, because we're going to be doing some traveling. And I'm trying my best to fight it. But I'm going to push through. I have things to do. And decorating and cleaning up and that sort of thing always makes me feel better. So we're just gonna keep it moving forward. So the first thing I'm gonna share with y'all is not decor related, but Shonda and I, we love fashion. I watch a lot of the fashion girls on YouTube. I enjoy seeing how they put the outfits together. It just gives me ideas because, I just feel like after raising kids and making sure they were together, we both had kind of put ourselves to the back burner. And now that we're empty nesters, I feel like I'm a little bit rusty with all of that, with all the fashion stuff. And so yeah, I enjoy watching like Janae Naylor. I love to watch Chi Smalls, Monroe Steele. There are several others that I love watching. I love seeing how they put outfits together. So they will kind of give me that spark and motivation, and then I'll take what I have, those things that I feel comfortable in and I feel look good on me, and I'll try to tweak it, to keep it modern and kind of fresh. But yeah, the most important thing for us though with fashion is to be comfortable. Y'all heard me say it 1,000 times. When we do the dress up and dress down fashion series here on the channel, I am always the one that is going to dress it down if I can. Now I like to look nice, but I like to be comfortable. So if there's any way that I can avoid high heels and all that stuff, that's exactly what your girl is gonna do. But I tell you, I went to a wedding recently, and there are others that feel the same way that I do. And y'all, these were young folks. These were some younger ladies. To me, they looked like they may have been mid-20s, maybe early 30s. They had on wedding attire like jumpsuits, which is something I would definitely wear, a pretty jumpsuit to a wedding. But y'all, they had on a lot of flats. They were dressy flats. And yeah, they had on flats. So I guess I am a little bit more fashion forward than what I think. But anyway, your girl just moves in comfort. That is my motivation. So this thing that I'm going to share with you all is something that I picked up recently, and it is out of season. Now, when my kids were growing up, I used to shop out of season for them all the time. Like in the wintertime, I could open up their closet and you would see a closet full of new spring and summer clothing. Y'all know why? It's cheaper to buy it in the off season. So I used to do that a lot for them. And that's kind of what I've done here. I actually picked this up. I paid $8 for it. It is an express faux fur vest. It has that little shade of blush in it, as well as like a kind of that gray beige color and the cream. So this was $8. I got mine on Poshmark though. It was brand new. Here's the tag on it. I pulled it off, and I can't wait to wear it in the fall and the summer. Fall and winter. Thank you to everyone that has been watching my little series, I guess you would say. I put out 2 videos sharing my outdoor living space on my deck with my new tent and my new fire table, a new console. This is the first year that we have actually had an outdoor living space on the deck. Been here 3 years. This is going to be our first time using it, and I do anticipate us getting a lot of use out of it this year. Someone left me a comment. I swear to God, I love our tribe, our community, our friends of the twins. We all kind of think alike when it comes to decor, and we don't mind bouncing ideas off of one another. But just as someone had mentioned that I should paint the ceiling when I did the breakfast area with the wallpaper with the black, I had already had that thought. I had already bought my paint, and before I could share it with y'all, someone had left me a comment. So that's an example of how we all kind of think alike. And someone also left me a message, and dear, I'm so sorry, I don't remember your name, but I did see your comment, and your comment was to invite Shuggy back, or he can have a friend over, the guys or whatever, and to bring a television out there. And Friends of the Twins, that is actually my next move. In the video, I shared with you all that I was going to be, in the very first video, I shared that I was going to be hanging up some chandeliers, and I have since shared that video with the new chandeliers out there, the outdoor chandeliers. And I also mentioned that I had one other thing that I wanted to do out there, and that is in fact what I was talking about. I'm going to have a portable television on the roller. Now, I can't afford that LG one. You know, the LG one is $1,000. It's still $1,000. I've been looking at that thing for like 2 years. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, LG has a portable computer or television, and it's on a rolling, I don't even know what you call it, but you can roll it. It's portable, and it is $1,000. I've seen it only in the color white. Well, I am going to do something similar. I'm going to be bougie on a budget. Y'all know that you can buy the portable TV stands. And I actually went down to my little sister's house the other day, and she already has hers set up with the portable TV stand. And she had if I had to guess, I would say her TV is 32 inches. And she had one in her office. I am going to do something similar I'm actually going to use it for the outdoor living space on the deck. And I also want to be able to take it into the bathroom. That's for those days that I want to go in and soak in the tub. Either myself or Sugar. Y'all, we might soak together. But anyway, that is definitely something that I have on my to-do list for the near future. I've been thinking about the size of the TV. 32 inches is a little bit smaller than what I want. And I'm thinking about when I take it out to the deck, I'm going to look at maybe around 46 inches, something like that. I think that'll be good. Shuggy actually has about 2 years before he retires. Y'all, he's 6 years older than I am. So my Shuggy is going to be turning 60 years old here pretty soon. And that's a special birthday, and I got some special things lined up for him. And you know, I am working now. I feel like I have 2 years to build the kind of soft life that I want us to have. We already have pretty much a soft life because we're empty nesters. And y'all, when I tell you we value our peace and quiet, we value it so much. It is just so nice to just sit in peace and quiet. We chit chat and we laugh, Or oftentimes I am out in the sunroom and Shugi is in the bedroom. He's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. We just value sometimes our time alone. We value our peace and quiet, and we also value those times that we sit and watch movies together. We laugh and talk about things that happen throughout the day. So I am steadily working on building this soft life, and I want to make sure that I have everything in place by the time he retires. But you know, your girl is working on it now. Someone would say 2 years, you gotta, no baby, you gotta make the life that you live a life that you love right now, because 2 years is not promised to us. It's not. So I'm just working. I'm just trying to think of anything that'll make life as comfortable, stress-free, as peaceful, as convenient as I can. So yes, the portable television will be the next thing that I'm gonna be sharing with y'all with my next you know, I'll go out and I'll share that update with y'all. I haven't bought it yet. I haven't even gone looking for it, but it's definitely on my to-do list. So we're gonna get into the decor haul, and if you saw my outdoor living space, you may have noticed in the video that I hand stitched with outdoor fabric new covers for my pillows out there, and that fabric came from Joann's. Now I'm not sure if all of the Joann's are closing, but I do know that the ones in our areas, they're now closed. The last day for the one that's closest to us was actually last Sunday. So I bought that fabric out there, the green and the black floral fabric. I bought that, and I still have some of that left over. And I also bought some other fabrics, and that's what I wanted to share with y'all. So the first one is this one. This is an outdoor fabric, and I have lots of this. I just, you know, brought this in to share it with y'all. This is an outdoor fabric. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it. My thought has been to change out, or not really change out, the curtains that are with my tent. I don't want to take those down because those have the netting on them. I can close them, and they also zip, you know, so I could totally enclose the tent like in the summertime to hopefully try to keep out some of the mosquitoes. But if there's a way, I'm going to play around with it. Y'all know, once I get an idea in my head, I have to follow it through, whether it's going to be a pass or a fail. So I want to kind of zhuzh up the curtains a little bit. I'm not going to take down what is already there. If there's a way that I can add to, and maybe you'll just see these on the outside. So yeah, this is just it's an outdoor fabric in this pretty neutral color. If not, I'm not finished with the deck. I would like to have an outdoor dining space out there. So there are other updates and things that come out there. And I'm sure that there'll be an opportunity to use this fabric. So this, I paid like $8. Y'all, I have a lot of this. I probably have at least 3 more of these. And this whole bolt, all this fabric was like $8, because the day that I went, it was pretty, they were within about 4 days of closing down permanently. So all of the fabric was marked down to 80%, and then they gave you another 50% off of that. So I basically bought all of this that I saw, because I can definitely use this. Like I said, I'm not finished out there, but this fabric. I also picked up this, Friends of the Twins. This is velvet in this gorgeous cream color. And I already have my first project underway with this one. Actually, I have my mama making me something for my primary bedroom. I'm getting ready to do, you know, y'all heard me say that it has been kind of last on the list, but now it's time for me to go in and spruce up the primary bedroom. I'm gonna be using this, and I have her making me something with this. But another situation where I bought all of this, I think I paid for this velvet, I think I paid like $6 for all of this. And I also have one last fabric. It's another indoor fabric that I bought. I saw this and I thought that the color was so beautiful. I am looking forward to using this. It might come out in the fall, maybe my fall colors. Who knows? You know, like I say, you got to make the life you live one you love now. So there's just no telling. It's this. Can y'all see how pretty that is? This is like a, I think this would be more, it's kind of has that velvet feel, but it might be more like a chenille. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful color of kind of like, almost like that Tiffany, not Tiffany blue, it's not that bright, but kind of that toss between a teal green. Y'all know, I can't describe the color, but y'all can see it. It's in that teal family, like a light color. It's really beautiful, and I can't wait to use this. All of this, now this is all I have of this, but this is plenty. This is a lot of fabric, especially since I don't even know what I'm gonna use it for. But this was another one, I think I paid like, this was like $5, something like that. So I'm excited about these fabrics. You can get, this is for our friends of the twins that you may be young and just starting out, or you may be just now getting into decor and all things home. You are who I'm talking to right now. I want to tell y'all that you can find inspiration and motivation anywhere. You can actually go to a museum. You can go to a botanical gardens, like we have the Atlanta Botanical Gardens. You can find inspiration anywhere for your home. You go to the botanical gardens, of course you see all the beautiful florals, and y'all know how I love the flowers, but even more so than that, the inspiration there would be looking at all of the different colors. So just strolling through a garden can help you decide on your spring colors, your fall colors, your Christmas colors. You can just find inspiration anywhere. So lots of times, you know, people think that maybe our favorite stores are Home Goods. We go in Ross a lot. We go in Burlington. But y'all, honestly, one of my most favorite stores, Home Depot. I like to stroll through Home Depot. It kind of sparks my creative juices. And I can see the latest and the greatest that they have in cabinet knobs or doors, or looking at the wood, the different little finishes that they have, wood finishes. So yeah, Home Depot is really on the top. Is being one of my top stores to go into. So just wherever you are can be an inspiration to you. Anything that piques your curiosity and kind of gets you excited, y'all, that's inspiration, and that's your motivation right there. You just take from that and apply it to whatever you're doing. And for me, most of the times it's something home related or decor related. Speaking of Burlington is where I did the most damage at. I went in for something totally different, something not related at all to decor, but with these first two things that I'm going to share with you all, I have seen them before, and I don't think that they were in Burlington. I actually think the first time that I saw these was in Home Goods. As a matter of fact, it definitely was in Home Goods, and it was towards probably late winter, mid to late winter when I saw them. I liked them, but I didn't move on them. You know, I was just in a different headspace with buying home decor then. Y'all remember now, you know, this is my first decor haul of the new year, and we're almost halfway through the year. So I saw them, but you know, I didn't move on it. But today when I saw them, I don't know, it was just different. I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and pick them up because I really, really do like them. And y'all, actually, I'm going to use these as a part of we're heading into summer. I'm just going to say my summer decor here in the living room. And it is actually these. Y'all leave me a comment and let me know if you have seen these. Have y'all seen these at Home Goods, or these came from Burlington, $39.99. I actually have 2 of them. And what I hope is coming across on camera is the fact that they really are a shade of green. I don't know if it's coming across on camera. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn some more lights on. I want y'all to be able to see this. Hold on. I don't know if it helped. But yeah, these actually have green in them. They're actually a pretty shade of green, kind of ombre. This is like a lighter, softer green, and then the ombre effect gets a little darker. But yeah, I picked up these and I got 2 of them, and I'm getting ready to refresh here in the living room. I'm gonna go ahead on and use these. I know that they are faux fur, but your girl, what am I about to say? You got to make the life you live. I just don't believe in stacking things back, waiting for whatever. Like, I learned from Luther Vandross years ago, y'all, when he did a home tour. This was back probably in the 90s. Luther Vandross was using his fancy glasses for his everyday drinking glasses. Now, I don't really go to that extreme with it, but it did teach me a lesson, you know, to go ahead. Y'all heard me say before, I don't like to stack things back, buy them for one certain occasion or one specific season or event or whatever, use them and then stack them back and never pull them out again for another year. No. I like to go ahead and use my things. So I'm going to be using these faux fur throws here in my living room for a little summer refreshing here. Actually, I'm going to try to get it done and share it with y'all tomorrow. So come back tomorrow and join me for a refresh here. Another thing that I picked up, and these also came from Burlington. This was actually the very first thing that I picked up. I haven't bought any of these in a while, not since the entryway makeover where I shared some new florals that I had picked up at Ross. Yeah, it was these. So pretty, so pretty, so pretty. The foam flowers in a pretty shades of green. These also kind of have like an ombre effect in that the petal is lighter here, and then when you kind of look at the back, see how it's darker. You look from that color to there. So these I thought were gorgeous. I probably would have gotten 3 of these, but they only had 2. They are substantial. You know, you have like 1, 2, 3 flowers on the stem, so I can definitely just use 2 and it'll make a nice arrangement. I thought that these were a little bit pricey, but honest, y'all, everything has gone up. Everything has gone up. So I have to change my way of thinking about that in some ways. But one thing that I cannot get over, y'all let me know if y'all feel the same way, is your outdoor flowers for your garden. I can remember, and y'all, it hasn't been all that long ago. I know y'all remember too, when most of your little not even your seedlings, your little flowers at Home Depot were 99 cents. Now they have doubled in price. And my sister has told me that last year they had doubled in price. They were like $1.98. She's told me that she's been some places and now they are even more than that. So I don't know. This is my baby sister I'm talking about. She has a beautiful garden out in her yard. I shared her flowers with y'all last year. my girl is propagating me a bunch of flowers. So I'm going to go down there and pick them up. And I'm going to try to save that way. But I say all that to say that everything has gone up in price. So it is just, I don't know, it's just ridiculous. But anyway, I picked these up. And these were $9.99 each. And I have 2 of them. These are also going to be here in the living room. I wish that y'all could see the green in this, so y'all could see that this does match, y'all. I hope that'll kind of give you an idea of the way that I'm going. Y'all, I'm trying my best. I am starting to get sick, I'm telling you. But anyway, gotta push through. The next thing I want to share, this is something that, this was one of those items that I saw and it kind of stopped me in my tracks. And I just thought that it was so cute. There were 2 of them, but y'all, when I got close to them, the second one was damaged. And I had the thought to go ahead and see if they would give me a discount on it and bring it home and try to kind of DIY it in a way. But I decided not to do that because I Googled them and I can't find this or something very similar, you know, online. So, you know, and all the times I don't feel like doing a project. Some things I just want to, you know, buy it and go ahead and immediately be able to use it. I don't always want a project. So I wasn't feeling like doing all of that, the effort that I would have had to put into it. But it's this. I thought this was the cutest thing. And I wanted 2 of these so badly. I actually went to another Burlington and I couldn't find it. I saw something very, very similar. It may have been the exact same thing. It was on Etsy, I believe, and they wanted like $55 for a set of 2. I paid, this was $14.99, and you see it is a touch lamp. You see the lights are on there. I wanted 2 of these so badly. So I, like I said, I've gone to 2 Burlingtons and I haven't seen it. I think that Target has something similar. So, I don't know. I would just like to have 2 of these. I can see myself setting my table in my breakfast area. I can see these being used there. I can see myself using these out in the sunroom. You know, Sugar and I, we have our rolling tray tables that we eat off of out there. You know, so I can just see myself putting together a little place setting. That's why I wanted 2 of these, but I'll be on the lookout. Your girl is gonna work it out. Now, had I have gotten the other one was missing the key element. This bow was gone. And also, you see here where you have the gold over your little touch area? This was missing. So I said, Rhonda, it's just too much. What I would have done is I would have gone to Michael's or somewhere where they sold pretty, probably satin ribbon. And I would have gotten, maybe this might be what, 1.5 2 inches here. I would have gotten me like a 2-inch thick black satin ribbon. And I would have made me a bow this same size. I would have hot glued it on here. Now this part down here, I'm not sure. I probably had to take some gold paint. But y'all see what I'm saying? I didn't feel like doing all that when what I really want is 2 that are just alike. But I thought that this was so cute. I really like the small touch lamps, the small little table lamps like this, but I have been kind of picky about the ones that I wanted. I saw some that I really liked in Home Goods, but when I got closer and looked at it, it wasn't a lamp. It was actually the candle warmer. But I liked the shade on it. It was kind of made out of crystal. It was really pretty. But it was a candle warmer, and I didn't really need a candle warmer. So, too cute. These next things that I'm going to share with you were bought with my outdoor dining space in mind. Y'all, I haven't even begun to put that together. I don't have anything for it. But I could also use these in the outdoor living space. I sure can. I could have Shonda and Boo Daddy come over, me and Shuggy. I could set us up somewhere to eat out there. I definitely could. It was these. I thought that these were so pretty. Placemats. Shaped like leaves. Perfect for the summertime. And I actually have some beautiful glasses that that I can use with this. I might go ahead and play around and put a tablescape together here in the house just to show y'all and just to kind of get an idea for myself of how I would do it. But yeah, I thought that these were so pretty. Set of 4 of them, and these were $9.99. Here is another one of those things that the price has definitely gone up on. I actually looked for these in a Dollar Tree the other day, and they did not have them. When they do have them, I might go online and see if I can order them from the Dollar Tree. Shuggy really loves these, and so when I see them, I try to pick them up. I haven't picked them up in a while, but it's jelly beans, and I went ahead and I bought him these. But y'all, these darn jelly beans were $5.29. Now, that is highway robbery. Like I said, I usually pick these up at the Dollar Tree. I could not find them the other day. I did not want to pay $5.29, but that's another part of that soft life stuff. You know, I want Sugar to have the little things that he likes. You know, so I went ahead and picked them up. I mean, I guess I could if I spent $40 for a throw. Surely I can spend $5.30 for my Sugar some jelly beans. So I went ahead and picked these up. Something that I picked up for my daughter. She's gonna be coming home soon. We're actually gonna all be traveling. I picked these up. I thought that these were too cute. Too cute. These are Juicy Couture from Burlington, with a little bling around the perimeter of the flip-flops. And can you see the little red and the green bow, and what is that, a red, like a cherry? Yeah, I thought these were just too cute. These were $12.99. And they also have that little, what is that, like a heart right there, the little blingy heart. Too cute. And I have learned that with these kids, I don't put in all this big extra effort, you know, with these grown kids. It used to be that I would be so excited to pick things out for them, like when they were teenagers. Y'all know how teenagers act. Pick them out something, bring it home, and you never see them wear it because they did not like it. Well, I don't do that anymore. Sometimes if it's something that I know they really like, I do like to surprise them, because like I say, it's just sugar out here. So when the kids come, it's like a treat. And so I like to kind of go all out for them a little bit. I usually set up a little basket with all their little snacks they like, that kind of stuff. So I'm going to be seeing her soon. I want to pick her up something, but y'all, I went ahead and called her from the store. Miss Ma'am, do you like these? If you like them, I like them. Or I like them, but do you like them? Before I spend my $13 and buy them for you. And she just kind of started laughing, but she actually loved them. So yeah, I picked these up for her. And something that I bought for myself, I like to keep on hand when I find them. I can't always find them, the ones that I like. I picked me up some more eyelashes, y'all. I like to wear the wispies. And I like them about this length. I don't like them too long. But I like the wispy look. And I guess this would probably be considered, these are faux mink. This would probably be considered like a medium length. You know, some of the young girls, they wear them probably twice this length. I don't like all of that, but I do love the wispies, and I do love them in kind of this medium width. So they actually had these, they were $3.99. I picked up 2 of these because typically at Home Goods, I'll get the same 6 And my price is like $7.99. So I just went ahead and picked up 2 of them. These next things are not new. It's just more so a reminder. I shared these with y'all. I actually had them out last year. I'm going to be bringing this color back out. Y'all keep hearing me talk about the green. I had green in here last year. I'm going to bring it back out. I really, really enjoyed it. And I just want to remind y'all that I had these beautiful green pillows, the knot pillows. I got these from Home Goods last year. I think that these were $19.99. And I picked up 2 of them. I have seen these in Marshalls, but they weren't in green. They were actually like this color, maybe a little bit darker. This blue color that I have on, kind of aqua, dark aqua like color. They were really pretty, really, really pretty. But yeah, these are the only 2 colors that I have seen. If I ever run across these in black, they are definitely coming home with me. But I have enjoyed these. I really do like these. And the day that I found these, remember now, I told y'all when you go, or Shauna and I, we always tell y'all, there is a method to the madness when you go to Home Goods. When you go through, what we do is we walk through the store the initial time when we first get there. And y'all, we like to follow the same pattern every time that we go. So if we go in the store and we start in the lamps, every time we go in the store, we start in the lamps. And then we move on. We walk the store, our initial run, and then we get back to the front of the store, and then we walk the store a second time in the same pattern. And always, y'all look high and look low. And a lot of times you can find some of the prettiest things, and they'll be on the very bottom shelf at Home Goods, kind of pushed to the back. So you got to look high and you got to look low. And that's exactly how I found these pillows. They were kind of low and kind of stacked back behind something else. And when I pulled them out, there was a lady that was there in that area with me. She had a fit. Oh, she said, well, I looked here. I didn't see these pillows. And I said, yeah. I said, you gotta look high and you gotta look low. But yeah, so green is gonna be my theme in here. And it'll probably stay up throughout the fall. Because I don't like changing out things as frequently as I used to. Once I get a look that I like to just roll with it. Let it stay with me through the seasons. This year, I think also that I'm going to be changing my Christmas colors. And I'm going to start early trying to, because it takes a lot. I actually been thinking about it. It takes a lot to change out your Christmas colors because, I have been going with more of a traditional look with it's not the red. What is that red, y'all? That darker red, almost a mixture between the red and burgundy. That's my color. It's on the tip of my tongue, but y'all, this menopause has me jacked up. Majority of the time, I know what I want to say, but it doesn't come out. Sometimes I can't get it out, and I have read that kind of jumbled thoughts and all. That is a side effect of menopause. So anyway, crimson. That's it. See how I was able to pull it? I pulled it out at the last minute. My colors have been crimson and gold, but I think I would like to change it this year. A lot of my significant pieces though, like my large Santas that I have that are 2 and 3 feet tall, they have on that crimson color. So I'm not sure what Christmas is gonna look like for me this year and how I'm going to pull it off. But I'm to the point now. I've had that color for years and years. I've been building on a collection, but I want to change my colors this year. So I'm not sure what my colors are going to be, but this is an occasion where I am happy that Hobby Lobby starts putting their Christmas things out in July. It'll give me plenty of time to go ahead and decide on a color and then to slowly, buy things and start to change my colors out. So I don't know. I do have one last thing. It's two things. They're the same thing that I'm gonna share with y'all, and then that will be all of the things I had for the haul today. Yeah, it's gonna be it. These also came from Burlington. This was something else that I had. When I looked at it, I knew that I want them, and I knew that I was gonna bring them home with me. There was just no need in beating around the bush today. You know, it was actually these. These were $16.99. I love the height on them. And I think these are gonna be really pretty. These are also gonna be used here for this little refresh that I'm getting ready to do in the living room. These might end up on the coffee table some kind of way. I'm not sure, but I knew that I wanted them when I saw them, so there's no need in fighting it. I just went ahead and bought them. I had actually been looking at something similar to this online, and they were actually bookends. I've been wanting me some really pretty bookends, and when I saw those, they kind of reminded me of that. But yeah, they're gonna be probably, I don't know, they'll be somewhere in here. I don't know. But thank y'all for hanging out with me today. I think I'm gonna have me a cup of coffee that will, you know, like I said, I'm not really feeling all that well. That will kind of soothe me. And I told y'all before, I have my coffee whenever I have the notion to have my coffee. Like I didn't have it this morning. I don't always have it in the mornings. Sometimes I'll have it like now I'm getting ready to have some and it is afternoon. Or sometimes I even have it late at night. Just depends. It does not keep me up. Typically I drink decaf. But coffee does not keep me up. It actually soothes me, calms me, and helps me to rest. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. That's a part of my trying not to get sick remedy. But thank you all. Thank you all so much for continuing to support us here on the channel. We have a special announcement coming up for y'all. Y'all be on the lookout for that. Shonda's got something to tell y'all. You're gonna like it. As always, you heard me say earlier, you make the life that you live a life that you love, because life is short. Thank you so much for watching. Happy decorating, and I'll see you in the next one.